Hello. 6 years ago, I sat down at AfterbuzzTV, where I used to work. I recorded my first bold and beautiful mini spotlight. I'm James Lott Jr., and it's our 6 year anniversary. It's my 6 year anniversary, basically. The girls have come on the last couple of years, but for me, it's been 6 years of this spin-off show of a show. So let me explain. So those of you guys who come to the show in the last couple of years, you found us during the pandemic. Thank you so much. I realized that people like Candace Mack found me on Bold and Beautiful. Amanda Russ, who's our co-host, found me on Bold and Beautiful. Tami and I worked on Days Are Alive, just days. Either we weren't on the same time. I had left by then. She came over and joined me for the Bold Breakdown after TV. So let me talk about that. So 6 years ago, almost, I started the Bold Breakdown. It was a little later in the year. We were trying to figure out, we were trying to get people to come on at AfterBuzz to do these soap shows. It's a big commitment to watch 5 shows a week and give up your Sunday afternoon or evening to talk about them. We had a hard time finding people. So Edition Days was first. They had theirs, and I was on that. I started GH Report, and that was going fine. But Wide R&B was the hardest. With me, myself, Lucretia Lyon, Tony Moore, we're trying to find people. In the meantime, on my channel, JLJ Media, I said, well, I'm building this soap fan base. I want to capitalize on it. Like, really, I want to capitalize on it. And the other soap people were just other people who were into soaps were like, we feel left out, and what's about us, and what's going on with us? So I said, well, let me create something. It wasn't going to be a recap, but something that's Bold and Beautiful related. And that's how Bold and Beautiful Me Spotlight came. So even though it came first, it's still kind of a spinoff of Bold and Beautiful and Bold Breakdown. Bold Breakdown, it's a backwards spinoff, but it's kind of a spinoff. But I had no cameras. I had no desktop. I had just a laptop, and I didn't use the camera or anything. So I did all the recordings, the first ones, at AfterbuzzTV. Again, they were short, like 4 minutes long, 5 minutes long, so not short. I'm going to show you at the end of this video, the original video. Let's talk that in a second. 6 years later. But this show, and after we started Bold Breakdown, this show was like my show in between Sundays. A year after this, and we're celebrating 5 years of that right now, the Bold and Beautiful Rewind, which is a spinoff of a spinoff of a spinoff of a spinoff. That was audio only. That's about the past, and I get past guests from that on that show, and that was one thing. But these two shows were meant to be companion pieces to the Bold Breakdown. So we're on every Sunday, but I want to engage with fans during the week and give a little more content. But this is also be shorter, quicker, faster. What's that song? Harder, faster, stronger, better. Whatever that song was by Daft Punk and Kanye West. And so it was the extra bonus content, just to get you through the week, and we kind of talk about it. Then also build up my channel. Even though I wasn't a network yet, I was like, just build up my channel. People come to me. So the first episodes that I did were on AfterBuzz TV's cameras. They had lower thirds for me, recorded with me, and it was great. I had done 2 intro videos to introduce it, and then my first episode. So I still count from the intro videos. That's like the anniversary. That's when I first started to germinate the idea and put it out there to everybody. But the first episode was about Zende Dominguez Forrester, or Forrester Dominguez, either way, as played by Rome Flynn back then. Again, 6 years ago, it's kind of crazy. And I did a whole show on him, and I got like 4,000 views, which is big for me back then. I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. Out the gate, it was a hit for us. Now, what's funny is, after a while, AfterBuzz, it didn't work out. So I got my own cameras. So I started doing it myself. I did it on my phone, or then I got an iMac. I started doing it myself. But originally it was just spotlighting characters, storylines, actors just be on the show. I mean, I've had a lot of actors come on, but this was kind of like just a little side thing. Well, now 6 years later, it's also on audio. For some reason, it was the last one of my shows to go on audio. I usually offer everything audio and video. For some reason, I didn't do that. don't know why. But now we do. Some people come asking for it. So now, as of this year, it's on audio too. So you can check it out anywhere. Bold and Beautiful Mini Spotlight on audio. I was gonna say audio. So you can dig everything. I mean, I really want to thank all the guests who've been on the show. We had so many guests. We've had from Captain Kelly Lang, Lauren St. Victor, Aaron D. Spears. Courtney Hope was on the other show. It was on YNR, but wrong one. Annika Noel, who's just lovely. J. Matt Atkinson, who's been on several times. I mean, we just had all of just Sean Kane. I've had so many stars on here over the years. That's been one of Krista Allen, Tanner Novlin. We've had some great folks on here. And so thank you so much for all that support. Eva Basler, thanks for your support completely and trust in me. And my co-host, we have a really great relationship. Casey, the producer there. Television City, I'm still waiting for my role on the show. I'm still waiting to get on. I might as well walk on. I'm ready. I'll do whatever you want. Whatever you want. I'm not picky at all. And it's just, and then my co-host. It's funny. So 2 years ago, AfterbuzzTV, 2.5 years ago, AfterbuzzTV went out of business. It's basically a name only. I stopped doing programming. So I brought over the Bold and Beautiful Spotlight and repurposed it into a recap show. I didn't want to call it the Bold Breakdown, bring it over here. That was basically all AfterBuzz. I just decided I'll just fold it into this, and it's worked out great. Amanda Russ and Tami came over with me. We do YNR and Bold and Beautiful. We did a couple of crossover episodes that were fun too. But I'm telling you, they add so much to the show. I can publicly say to them on camera, I love you both, and you're very much the success of the show continuing. As I've been taking this time off for myself, but there's many Sundays when I'm so giddily excited to see them, to talk on camera, and our fans who are hilarious. There's some special fans like Kenneth Clark. I was going to give a shout out to him, who's a longtime fan of Bold and Beautiful with us, who they have ideas, and we talk in the chat room every Sunday, our Shady Soap Sundays. One thing, Dish and Days, so their support of our content, they always promote us. Because we do the other shows, they do Dish and Days. So go to Dish and Days to follow them. But Tami and Amanda have enriched the show I can talk about myself. I can do it by myself. I mean, it's no big deal. But it's better doing it with them. It's a lot more fun. And they each have actually things to say also. So as I shut up, they're going to speak. You'll see their videos next, send in videos. So their videos are next. And at the very end, you'll see the first video I ever did for Bold and Beautiful Mini Spotlight. Thanks to AfterbuzzTV. Thanks to Marissa Serafini, who I still talk to. So my friend, who was the engineer and producer and director of that first episode. Thank you so much for that. And I love you guys. I literally, we fight. I scream at you. I holler. I love you. I cry. It's our show. We have a very distinct personality for our shows, and it shows. But like the ladies, you'll see them say, literally we're doing it without you guys. I mean, we are the OGs who were doing after show. Everybody else came later. We were one of the first. So Party 411 was first. But we're the other ones after them. Shout out to them too. And shout out to all the Facebook groups, Bold and Beautiful Facebook groups. Shout out to Bold and Beautiful Australia, or Bold and Beautiful Italia, Bold and Beautiful France. All the folks on Instagram and Twitter, everybody who just lets us do this. And we're on Bold and Beautiful Universe on Facebook and Instagram, and Bold Universe on Twitter. I love you guys. Now, let's hear from the ladies.
Happy anniversary, James. Congratulations on 6 years of soapy goodness, 6 years of all things bold. You are the hardest working guy I know, and I love you dearly. Second, I want to say thank you so much to all the people who support us, who support you, all the Lotties out there, all the people who get up every Sunday and watch us, download our podcast. We love you guys, and none of this would be possible without you. We will be back soon. Until then, bye guys.
Hey everyone, Tami Gavea here, wanting to say hello to all the fans of the Bold and Beautiful Mini Spotlight and to all the fans of JLJ Media and James Law Jr. Wishing him and the show a happy 6-year anniversary. I'm so honored to be a part of this family, so honored to be a part of the daytime community, and just want to let all the fans know that your support means the world to James, to Amanda, to myself. Without you, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. So thank you again. Congratulations, James, on all your amazing work. Love you.
Oh, you know that music. That great music with that piano and it's all jazzy and the drums. It's another Bold Breakdown mini spotlight. How are you guys? I'm James Lott Jr., your host. And occasionally we'll be bringing you some mini spotlights of things that are going on either on the show or to further explain characters or storylines or just some fun stuff we want to share with you that we can't really fit onto the regular show. That's every Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on AfterbuzzTV. Okay, so we're going to talk about a character that's in a major storyline right now and is getting lots of airtime. Zendy Dominguez Forrester or Zendy Forrester Dominguez. I've heard it both ways. I've seen it both ways. But I think I'm going to go with the Zendy Forrester Dominguez. I'll go with that one. He was first played by Daniel Smith back in 2001, 2002, and he came back in 2005. And now he's being played by Rome Flynn, who's playing him now. And Rome Flynn is working it out. He is working it out. So a little background on him. For those of you guys who may not know where he came from or what's going on, it's actually a serious storyline back in the day. We met Zendy as a child. He was in Africa. Kristen Forrester was on honeymoon with her husband, Tony Dominguez. And they had and little Zendy found a roll of film that they had that was theirs and returned it to them. He was a kid. And when they followed him back to his orphanage where he was staying, they found out that his mother, his parents, mother, father, and brother are all dead. And younger brother died from AIDS. And it was a really sad situation. There was a commentary on AIDS in Africa. Bold and Beautiful, every once in a while, do some stories that are social justice stories. They did one on homeless back in the day with Stephanie Forrester. That's what they did. This was one of those. And what the connection was, Tony Dominguez was HIV positive. So he felt a connection to Zendy, and they felt really bad that Zendy was about to age out of the orphanage system, which does happen. And they were afraid he was going to be just put on the streets, and they know what was going to happen to him. So they decided to adopt him. And they chose to give him both of their last names. That's why he has a big, long last name. So they stayed on for a while. They came back to California and stayed for a while. Then they all left as a family and went to Florida, where presumably they're still living in Florida, I guess, at this point. But last year, 2015, Zendy returned. Uncle Ridge happily greeted him, because Ridge and Kristen are brother and sister, as you guys know. And Zendy decided he wanted on family business, and which at Forrester, of course, is the fashion world. So he hired him as an intern, and he's been working there ever since. And he's involved in a really big embroiled triangle, I guess it is, on some level. It's a triangle. And it's involving two sisters. Now, sisters didn't know they were sisters until recently. So, they were nobody to each other until recently. But he's involved with one sister, Nicole, and the other sister, Sasha, which is a half-sister, is just in love with him. She tried to fake a pregnancy and everything, it just didn't work. So it's kind of crazy. But I love that he's in a big storyline that is, regardless of color, it's just a regular soapy storyline. These all happen to be African-American. So I love that. He's close to his cousin Rick Forrester. And one of the important things is they have him shirtless most of the time in a lot of scenes. And the guys out there like that, of course. And some men, of course. And you can go to our Facebook page, Bold Breakdown, and see some pictures that we have posted on there. So we have a new series. It's the Bold Breakdown, hosted by me. And I usually have a guest co-host to come on each week. And a couple of weeks, I have Heather Tom coming on, a big Hollywood royalty, big soap royalty. She'll be on the show on the 26th of June. So very excited about that. But yes, Bold Breakdown's about Los Angeles, fashion, the show. We have all kinds of fun on there. We grab a drink with me. I usually drink on there and have some food. And let's talk about it. And join me every Sunday at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come to AfterbuzzTV. Find our shows under the Bold and Beautiful After Show. That's on iTunes and on YouTube. I'm James Lodge, your host. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.